Zach.
Yeah, hey Kyle.
Hey, Zach.
Hey, yeah, Kyle. Yeah, hey.
Hey, Sean. Oh, that's right.
Sean, you there?
Yeah,
Tap,
no.
tap, tap the mic. Sean, are you there? Sean's dog, are you there?
We must have left him in the past.
Oh no. Well, he's not in the present.
Eh, maybe he'll be in the
Check.
playback.
Yeah, I was gonna say check the playback.
But, yeah, no, hey, what's up, everybody?
Hey, what's up, buddy people?
As you can tell, it's just the two of us this week.
Mm-hmm.
If you are just listening, then now you're just knowing that it's just the two of us this week.
Indeed, 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 indeed.
Yeah, so Sean's just busy, something like that. So he wasn't available.
People have lives.
He's
They
fine.
do things.
Yeah,
Not me.
me neither. What is having a life? Anyway, yeah. So we're here. We're gonna do some talkings like we usually do, and we got literally no plan. Literally no
Today's
plan.
just kind of like a chill, just talk about stuff that we're like watching or playing or reading or playing or watching or reading, or other stuff, things we're excited about. Who cares, man? We're just honestly, Kyle, take your pants off.
I mean, they're never on.
See, that's how chill we are right now. Just me and Kyle, Donald ducking it right now, just
Yeah.
chilling. But you'll never know. That's for the Patreon content. Kyle, no.
But yeah. Speaking of that, I don't know what have you been up to?
There's this little video game that just came out. You may have heard of it. Dragon Ball Sparking Zero.
No, I'm not a weeb.
Oh, okay. Back the flup up. You're not a huh? Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, no. Sparking Zero came out early release for those of us.
What is Balls Dragon?
The Balls Dragon. So there's this. So you may know this. There's this character named Son Goku who's based on Sun Wukong from the.
Oh, God dang! It actually works into what I wanted to talk about.
I know. I was thinking about this beforehand.
You monster frisbee.
My machinations. The spiritual successor to Tenkaichi Budokai or Budokai Tenkaichi, I forget. From like 17 years ago, they finally released the fourth game in the series, but renamed it Sparking Zero because in Japan it was the Sparking series, versus here in the Sparking. In the U.S., where it was called the Tenkaichi series.
You had the way harder to pronounce one.
I know. I don't know why you wouldn't just call it. You know why? Because the three PlayStation 2 games came out for Budokai, so I think they decided to go along the moniker of Budokai Tenkaichi to try to keep that synergy, even though the games were nothing alike.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think it was just all marketing ploy here. But having them be called Sparking would have been so much cooler.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. So I only ever played Tenkaichi 1 back in the day when it had come out. And I honestly wasn't a huge fan. Enjoyed the Budokai series way more.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, hey, I'm old now, a new game, everybody's talking about it, everybody's hyped of it. It topped Steam charts for pre-orders, and I think like player base is like wicked high up there right now. It's a fun game. It's has a huge character roster of 182 or 3 characters. Granted, about 80 of that is transformations between Goku and Vegeta. Hey, you can have Goku, and Goku all on one team.
Yeah.
Goku early, Goku mid, Goku end of Z, Goku super.
And if they allowed you a bench, you'd still have more room.
You would, because you would have Goku GT, you'd have Goku Teen from Dragon Ball, and you'd have Goku Mini from the upcoming series Dragon Ball Daima that premieres tomorrow, 10/11, I believe.
Yep, I have a notification to let me know when it
Mm-hmm.
drops. Remind me so I can watch it tomorrow. Probably.
But those are all the Gokus you can play as currently in the game.
Yeah.
Hey, pre-order the game, play as Goku early.
Oh, so you don't only get it as an exclusive if you pre-order it, just you get it early, right?
No, so for depending on what version of the game you pre-ordered, you get 3-day early release.
Yeah. That's what I knew.
So I pre-ordered, so I've been playing it. A lot of fun. But no, just the pre-order in general is Goku Mini, so you could just play him whenever your game comes out. So I actually haven't played as him yet because I could give a crap less about playing as Goku Mini specifically.
Yeah.
The cool thing about it is that for old school Dragon Ball fans, Stephanie Natalie, who played Kid Gohan and Kid Goku from the original dub, is coming back to voice this version of Goku.
Yeah, that was awesome. I saw that reveal trailer. Sick.
Yep. And I guess there's a fun bug in the game, or there was. They put a patch out yesterday, so they might have gotten rid of it. But there are certain voice lines from GT Goku that would come out as Stephanie's voice instead of the voice actor who's been doing them for a while, which is Colleen Klinkenberg, I think. So like their voice lines just kind of overlapped, which is very funny.
That's interesting.
Because right now, Goku Mini does not have English voice lines in Sparking Zero. It's only Japanese voice. So it's just Nozawa right now. Which is interesting. I don't know why they chose to do that, but whatever. And they just released the DLC release schedule. So Q1, we're getting superhero content. So we'll get like Beast Gohan, Orange Piccolo, the Gammas, Pan, probably a Cell Max in there as a giant. And then the next two DLCs after that, which are Q2 and 3, are going to be Daima Part 1, Daima Part 2.
I was really hoping for Dragon Ball Evolution. I jokingly said that, but then like everybody was like, you know what? That would sell so well because people would buy it for the memes of the fact that you could play as like really bad, hyper realistic looking versions of the characters.
I wouldn't even be mad if they were just like they just did the costume skins, because honestly, for Goku, the costume's not bad. Like to like not just have it be like a tracksuit essentially, like a baggy pants and like whatever, because like Gi does not look like Gi in the Dragon Ball universe. Like, that's not like legit what it looks like at all. But like I think they did a good job translating it. You were like, yeah, no, that's Goku live action. Piccolo, no, absolutely not. That was awful.
Yeah. That movie was awful in general.
Yeah, I feel so bad. The guy who played Piccolo in the live action, who was Spike from Buffy, voices Zamasu in Dragon Ball Super, and he voiced him under a alias, so that way people wouldn't be disappointed that he was in it, essentially, or try to like drag it down and like link it to Evolution, because he feels so bad about that movie. He legitimately feels bad. Like he knows it's a bad movie.
Yeah.
And like is just like he watched it with his son growing up, so he was super proud of being in the movie at the time. Like, you know, he was excited to bring his kids to it. Apparently he went into the wrong theater when he brought his kids. It was I think he went into like a Fast and the Furious movie or something. Don't quote me on that. I just heard the story recently on a podcast, but like he went into the wrong theater, asked a kid next to him, he's like, is this Dragon Ball Evolution? They're like, what? No. And then he went to the Evolution theater and there was like one other person in the theater.
Ah, it was like a Morbius.
Kind of, yeah. Yeah, Goku said, hey, let's go fight somewhere empty, and then he saw Goku and Vegeta fighting in the Dragon Ball Evolution theater. Not my joke, that's a meme. But
yeah.
But yeah, no, so that's just like funny. So he's in the game and he plays a really good character. Like his voice was perfect for Zamasu. It's wild.
That's awesome.
But yeah, anyways, the game. Yeah, it's really fun. The controls are good. It's still learning them.
Yeah, there's like a bunch of combos, right?
Yeah, my combo is charge up and go into sparking mode, and then infinitely fucking just punch until my sparking runs out, and then charge up again and just infinitely punch. and then end it with a super attack. That's my combo. But yeah,
Solid.
no, there's a bunch of modes in there. So you got your story mode, which is different from other Dragon Ball story modes, which is fun. Like you have your you have the Goku. Basically, they have like a list of characters you play as, like Goku, Gohan, Vegeta, Piccolo, Future Trunks, Frieza, Goku Black, Jiren. I
Mhm.
believe are the story modes you can play as. And then there's essentially like one big like story board essentially, and you go along the board and you'll skip spots because those are other character stories.
Okay.
Um, and as you're playing, you can encounter what if scenarios. And those are cool because they're actually really good what if scenarios.
They've done what ifs and others, which
They
decent
have,
too.
but these are really good. Like, because yeah, like Budokai 1 had like the what if Cell absorbs a Krillin by mistake, and they made like a little like gross Cell Krillin model. That's
Mhm.
awesome. I love that. In this though, they like actually try to like rework the story to like, and then make a line of battles for that rework. So like you go through like multiple cutscenes of like of scenarios. Like this is gonna come out like a month after the game came out, so I'm not even gonna bother with spoilers at this point. But like in the Saiyan saga, you're playing as Goku. You'll make a decision, and then you'll hit the requirement for that in the battle, and then it'll take you off to a branch. And like they have a story where it's like, okay, so in this version of events, Krillin's killed by Vegeta while he's the Great Ape. Goku turns Super Saiyan during that encounter, and then blows up the fake moon that Vegeta makes, so Vegeta shrinks back down, and then just absolutely obliterates Vegeta.
Hmm.
And then I think in that same version of events, Vegeta gets away, and then he becomes a Super Saiyan on his own because he sees what the transformation is, kills Frieza, then comes back to challenge Goku again. So then you like both fight as Super Saiyans.
Huh.
Like, and that all happens during the Saiyan saga.
That's pretty cool.
Then they have another one where like Frieza ends up coming to Earth early, and like Vegeta comes back and he's like, we gotta fight this guy. So it's like kind of like the Z Warrior team and Vegeta fight like the Frieza Force on Earth and early and whatnot. Like they have a lot of cool ones. Like I think my favorite one is in the Gohan story right now.
Mhm.
So they retell the Goku Black story, but they include Gohan, but they make it the Gohan Black story.
Interesting.
So Zamasu steals Gohan's body, and then they fuse, and they actually change like the hair model on Fuse Zamasu to be a little shorter to match like Gohan's hair, and has like it's cool. Like I like that they went so far as to do that, and like to see Gohan in like the Goku Black outfit, and like the voice actor doing the like Kyle Hebert doing more like a sinister Gohan, and like it's cool. Like they're doing really interesting stuff with some of the stories. I can't say they're all interesting. The Jiren story mode kind of sucks. Not really, but the Jiren also only shows up in the Tournament of Power, so all the fights
Yeah.
happen in the Tournament of Power.
It's not very long then.
Not very long. But you also unlock characters doing the story mode. You can also just buy the characters in the store if you want to. So it's like you don't even have to play the story mode if you don't want to. But you need the Zenny to buy the characters. You can summon all three dragons, Shenron, Porunga, and the Super Dragon, whatever the hell that one's called. So that's cool. Trying to think. There's ranked, obviously. There's online stuff. I played a little bit of that. I won 3 times out of 3, and I retired on a high. And then, there's a cool thing. You can make your own custom stories in battles. So that's really cool. It gets more in depth, I think, as you unlock more things. But yeah, I mean, it's cool. Like you just you just make battles. You make your own like what if stories, your own like fan. That's really cool. There's like thousands of voice lines you can add in, or hundreds of voice lines you can add in. They really went to the mat for this game, and it shows.
Hmm.
Controls can be a little clunky. I still think my controllers are messed up. Because I've gone on 3 different controllers and have had different experience with combinations on each controller and them working or not.
Ah.
Like, circle button's very important for this game
Hmm.
because it's essentially your vanish, and one of my controllers' circle button sticks really bad, so I can't use that one. But yeah, it's cool. I'm enjoying it. I've been playing it a ton, a couple days that it's been out so far. Definitely recommend it to people who love Dragon Ball, love their games, and love Tenkaichi. It's definitely got that feel. Characters are broken in this game. They're like, you play as Gogeta, Super Saiyan 4, Blue, whatever. You're playing a broken character. Like they're not balanced whatsoever. Like if you play as a weak character, that is a weak character, and you will get ruined.
I'm sure they'll balance it over the next couple weeks.
I doubt it. They literally came out the gate saying this game is not balanced and it's not supposed to be.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, those are fronts from the developers themselves in like a developer interview.
That basically just discourages you from playing like as anything but.
Yeah. I mean, there are characters that can't but this is what kind of makes you play. So when you play online, characters have like point values. So you only have 15 points. So if you play as like a 10-point character, you only have 5 points left. So you can play either as 4 1-point characters essentially, 2 2-point characters, or a combination of 2, 3, and 1. Like, so it's like your team won't be as balanced. Like you can play as like, and the thing is, like, if you play as a 6 character that has transformations, you can transform up to like a 10 or something.
Mm-hmm.
So like the values can mix during ranked and stuff. So it's like you absolutely can. But if you just start off Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta and have like a couple of crappy characters on your team, you're more likely to lose. If you're just doing like single fights, sure, but like people are playing as Yajirobe and apparently just schooling people, because I guess his character's really weirdly broken in a sense.
Like, I heard that there's like a meta already with like a team of 5 involving, I think, Hit and Goku Black and a couple other characters.
I'm sure. I don't know if I've even unlocked Hit yet. That's a weird one. When would I even unlock Hit? I don't know. But yeah, there's like, I want to play as Cooler. I want to play as Hit. Even want to play as Oob.
Does every character have like a story, even if it's a short one, or
no? So the ones that I listed, those are the story modes.
Okay.
So there's no other story modes. But yeah, it's fun. I definitely recommend people playing it if they want to. It's you're not gonna have a bad time if you're just I mean, you'll have a rough time. People, not me, but people had a real rough time fighting that Great Ape Vegeta battle. They're all over the internet. People are like memeing how hard that fight was, and it was not hard for me. You just gotta charge up, blast him. He's done after a couple hits. Like, it wasn't that hard, but he does hit hard. He does a mouth blast, and then he grabs you and like crushes your head, and like that absolutely can just wipe you. But get good. It took me like 3 or 4 attempts, but like you just don't. My advice is don't commit yourself to a run if it's a bad run. Like just start, retry, bring you right back. Because let me tell you, you don't want to have to go back and watch all the freaking cutscenes. That sucks. That is one of the things I'm most annoyed about. They are skippable, but it's just you have to wait. It's not like start, skip. It's cutscene has to start, and then you have to hold square, and then and then it loads the square, and then you skip it. And there's like 3 cutscenes you have to skip. So it's like it's like a beginning cutscene, a middle cutscene, and then like it's like a beginning and end cutscene, whatever. It's like 2 that you have to skip, and it just takes forever. So it's just annoying. Like, I wish there was just a start without cutscenes and just bring you right into the fight. Like. There's definitely some UI things that they have to like fix. Like, I don't like the pause menu, because you'll open up the pause menu, it'll be close menu, then it'll be character select when you're doing like episode battle, and then it'll be quit. Character screen brings you all the way back to the select character screen. But if you just want to leave the match but stay in the character screen, you have to select quit. But it's laggy when you're trying to go up and down the menu sometimes. So if you think you hit twice to go down to quit, you only hit once and then you go to character select and there's no like select yes you do. It just goes back to character. So then you have to load back into the episode thing, which that's like a cutscene and a half of itself. Because the character's like on like a thing and then they go, haha, let's go fight. And then they blast off into this giant white room filled with screens and they're doing like a whole long ass transition and then it goes into like the character select and then it goes into the episode select screen. Or match select screen, whatever. But like it's a lot of loading screens disguised as like cutscenes type deal.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the menu's crazy. It's just, like, each different menu thing is a whole different, like, cutscene, basically. Almost kind of like how the Naruto Ninja Storm games did.
Yep.
When you went from, like, story mode to thing, it's like Naruto jumping, and he's like, haha, it's me in a new pose.
Yeah,
it's like that, but on crack. Because it's like, the first one, Goku, like, flies in. Everybody's on, like, the Capsule Corp house. So they're just, like, chilling, like, eating or whatever. And, like, people are, like, interacting. There's, like, conversations going on and stuff. Then you, like, fly off. You go to, like, the shop, and that's on Roshi's island. He's, like, reading a magazine. Krillin's there. 18's in the window. You select the thing. 18's like, hey, the show's on. And then, like, you go into... It's crazy. Like, the,
cool,
the screens are wild. Yeah. Overall, like, 9 out of 10 game. Like, very good.
Nice. Yeah,
like,
I do want to get it eventually.
This is what anime games should be doing. Like, if the IP grants it, like, you know, it's something that's, like, gonna sell, regardless, put this effort into it. Like, make it worth the money, because then it's gonna raise the cap for other games not to suck as much.
Yeah, but, you know, there's gonna be plenty that's still gonna suck as much.
And that's fine. That's just the nature of things. But, like... You know, the next, like, One Piece game, like, the next Naruto game, the Bleach game's kind of putting this effort into their, like, fighter. Like, kind of looks janky still, but, like, they're putting, like, the aesthetic in. They're putting the impact in, like, the character
new
interaction.
Bleach game does look pretty good from what I saw.
It does look, yeah.
But I thought the Naruto games usually put in good effort.
No, I mean, like, the next, like, you know, like, to up it. Like, basically, because my issue with the Naruto games is that after Ninja Storm 2, it's just been Ninja Storm 2 forever.
Yeah.
Like, they haven't really done anything to up the game, and honestly, I feel like the combat has suffered let me rephrase that. I don't know. So, like, I played, like, the 2.5 and 3, and, like, of those games, and it felt hollow compared to 2.
Yeah.
Like, the cutscenes were cool, but it didn't feel as, like, you know, as interactive as, like, 2 and 1 did. Like, it felt less than. Like, it was like, all right, here's your, like, 2 quick time events in the thing, and then, like, some cutscenes, and I don't know. It didn't feel as in depth. So,
yeah.
I didn't play 4, so I don't know what that one's like. I
think 4 was the last one I played.
I think I
forget. I don't even remember it, though. It's been so long since I played a Naruto game. It's so long since I played a Dragon Ball game. I bought Kakarot and I never played it.
I played a lot of Kakarot. I still have to finish the Future Trunks DLC, and there's another DLC. Oh, and the End of Z DLC. I have to do those too. And I was playing Xenoverse up to like a week ago, so.
Nice. Yeah. Well.
But yeah, your turn.
Yeah.
Speaking of Dragon Ball and Sun Wukong.
Yeah. So, I've been playing one of the contenders for Game of the Year, Black Myth Wukong. I'm in Chapter 3 right now of, I think, 5 chapters. I'm not sure how long the game actually is. But to give, like, context in case you live under a rock, basically, it's a game based off of a very famous and probably the biggest Chinese, like, folklore tale story, I don't know what you prefer to call it, of the Journey to the West. And I haven't never read the book. I just actually bought the audiobook. I'm gonna probably listen to that soon enough, because one of my coworkers, his wife is Chinese, and his wife is making him read the book as he plays the game. So he can't play the next chapter till he's read that part in the story.
Does the game like strictly follow the story?
From
Or
what
is it
he says, it's pretty close. There's some changes and differences, but he says it's
yeah, I'm
actually
sure there has
pretty
to be.
close.
That's cool.
Which is really interesting to find out. Um, but essentially, this game, it's almost like it plays like kind of like a Dark Souls game, but it also kind of plays like a God of War game, sort of like the newer
Yeah,
ones.
that's sort of what I heard for a combination of the two.
There, it's definitely it's definitely got a difficulty. I think it is probably easier than most Souls games would be. There also isn't any worry about if you die, you don't drop stuff, and if you die again, you lose it type of thing.
Mhm.
You just keep everything when you die, so that's kind of cool.
That's cool.
There's a dedicated pause menu, so everybody that complained about that with Elden Ring and all the Dark Souls games, congratulations, you can pause the game. Uh, like it's whatever. Um, but the combat feels great. The visuals are insane. My computer is having a real hard time, even under compatibility mode,
Woof.
to play this game. I can get sometimes it's like fine. It's like I'm playing at 100 frames per second. Other times it's like 30 to 40,
Chugga chugga chugga
and
chugga.
it'll be in the same area that I've been running through for the last like half an hour. It's very weird. It's not optimized very well, but the game looks amazing. The story's been really interesting so far. Combat
Nice.
is great. I don't want to
Speaking of
spoil really anything.
combat,
Yep.
I heard there's no parry.
No, it's no parrying. There's dodging. It is dodge based only for the most
That
part.
was one of my friend's biggest complaints was that there was no parry.
There's kind of like there's a stone mode that you can go into. I've never used it, but when you do that, like at the right time, it kind of deflects things.
Mm,
But
okay.
there's a big cooldown on those, so it's like you can do it
So it's not worth
once.
it. Yeah,
No.
yeah. Okay.
But when you do like, there's different types of dodge. So there's like the regular dodge, but then if it's like right as the attack's about to hit you, you get that perfect dodge, which kind of slows down time for a few seconds, type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And you can spend like all sorts of points into all these things. You can make your character hit harder, and you can change up your stances, which is really cool.
That's cool.
There's the smashing stance, which is what you start with. Then there's like a pull stance, so basically you make the pull extend, and you can make it extend higher and higher to avoid damage. And then there's the striking one, which is the one that I really like. It's essentially, most of your combat's normal, but then it changes your heavy attack essentially. So my heavy attack is he'll take a step back, and then he'll basically do a power pole extend thing and make it
Okay.
smash into the enemy at a distance, which is really fun, really awesome to do. There is so many bosses in this game. It's
Yeah.
mostly boss rush mode, which is kind of cool. There was a few that have been like kind of skill checks. For the most part, though, I don't think anybody would really have too much trouble beating most of the bosses in this game. I've never really felt like I've had to grind so far. And for the most part, it's been pretty not bad. Pretty not bad. So that's always good. So you can get through the game fairly easily. There's a lot to do in this game.
Nice.
So my biggest gripe with this game, and I'm sure a lot of people have this gripe, there's no minimap whatsoever. There's no map whatsoever.
So you're kind of just walking around until you can't walk around.
Yeah, and it's very hard to tell what is like an area you can go to and what is not without going there, because there's a lot of invisible walls, like a lot of invisible walls. Um, and sometimes it's like, cool, I was able to climb on these rocks over here, but I can't climb on these rocks over here. And then it's like, okay, but then I look in this area and it doesn't look like you can climb on these rocks, but then you can. Oh my god, there's a secret area over here. Like, how is people supposed to find this without just jumping into every corner of the game?
I mean, I
Type of
guess
thing.
that's interesting almost to like that almost elicits like, you know, the time where the internet didn't exist and like you sort of did that in all video games where it was
Yeah.
like oh yeah, you know, I literally just walked around this game for hours upon hours just finding stuff. So it's almost refreshing in that way, but I
Mhm.
can absolutely see how the addition of a mini map might at least help, like,
Just like navigating
accentuate that and navigate. Yeah,
areas
because
because
like
they're
you
kind
walk
of
off.
big. They're
Yeah,
big.
like you walk off. How are you? Like it might be hard to find back to like where you were
Yeah,
to like
it's
continue going forward in the right direction.
it's fairly easy to get turned around sometimes.
Hmm.
And then there's a lot of times where it's like, okay, this looks like a side path, and somehow it's like the actual path into the next part of the story, and I'm just like, how? um, but yeah, I'm in chapter 3 right now, maybe halfway through it, I think. I don't know. I probably would be further, but I've just been busy, so I haven't had a whole lot of free time to play. But it has been a lot of fun. I highly recommend it. Definitely wait for a sale. That's what I did, because
Mhm.
I don't think there's any planned DLC or anything like that either. So, like, whatever. Plus, there's no multiplayer of any type.
Oh, just also remind everyone that you're playing this on Steam, so
Yes.
so there might not be sales on console.
Yeah. Probably not for a while.
Yeah,
Although a buddy of mine told me about this site called GG.deals, and it tracks both legal stores and illegal reselling keys.
not
Um,
sponsored.
yeah. Um, but it tracks it. From what I saw, it can track both all Steam, also PlayStation and Xbox sales. So there
Oh, that is
is
cool.
some options out there. I don't
Yeah,
know how that works for the other two, but they're there. I'm assuming it would give you a code, and you would just like redeem that code in like the PlayStation Store or Xbox Store, and that would like unlock the game. But yeah,
you could also just track when the sales are going.
yeah. Especially like if you have only like a digital version of a console, it's pretty tough. Basically limited to the stores for the most part.
Yeah, story of my freaking life.
But I do know some sites do sell like keys to enter on consoles. I think Green Man Gaming, which is another one we're not sponsored by, but I love using that site store. It's an official store. Nothing shady about that one. Um, I've seen them do sales for like PlayStation and Xbox before. They don't do it often, but sometimes. So, yeah.
Very cool. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying it. Out of so far you what you've played out of a 10, what would you rate it?
I'd probably give it like an 8, even with all the slowdowns and visual glitches and stuff that I have.
All right. Well, when you beat it, we'll come back and we'll see if your rating has gone up or down.
Yeah. Want to be like a 1. Like, this is the worst game ever. I hate
You're like,
this game.
this game ended up sucking.
But no, it's really fun. I've always been interested in like the Journey to the West story. So influential. It's in like everything.
It's in so much. It's in so much.
So, and it's like super. It was super creative for its time, and it still kind of is even today. So, yeah, an awesome story. I've seen a few movies involving like that story, sort of. Also,
Mm-hmm.
plus Dragon Ball was basically loosely based off of it from the beginning,
Yep.
and then it went its own way.
Yep.
You could say that.
Super Saiyan, Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 3, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan 4, Super Saiyan Blue, or Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan,
Yeah.
Ultra Instinct, Ultra Ego. Spoiler. Um,
Yeah. Man, I was
yeah.
reading about that because I was telling people about the new Frieza form at work.
Yes, Black Frieza.
Yeah, which is like barely black.
His like tummy and face or something is, I forget.
No, it's his arms and his legs.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah. When I was looking at that, I was like, this is the dumbest looking design. His gold design was way better than this.
The gold design was cool.
Apparently, it's inspired by the credit card system. By the way,
Oh, that would make sense.
since the black card is usually more valued.
That's very funny.
Yeah.
That's very funny, honestly.
Than the gold card. But yeah, I read a little bit about it. It seems pretty cool. He's ridiculously powerful now. What I heard.
Yeah. one hit Goku and Vegeta in their strongest forms.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And then killed what was supposed to be the strongest being in the universe, and also one hit. Granted, he was super worn down,
But still,
very powerful.
you one punch manned him.
He one punched that man into dust and a skeleton.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Because he trained for what, like 10 years in a hyperbolic time chamber or some shit?
Yep.
Crazy. Absolutely crazy.
Yeah, you haven't seen Dragon Ball Superhero yet. Have you?
I still haven't watched it. I keep.
All right, you and Nelson. The next time we hang out, we're watching that damn movie. Although
keep
we might have to watch
forgetting.
Broly first, because I don't think Nell watched Broly.
Yeah, I don't think he did. I watched Broly. I keep forgetting to watch. Man. That was the last
Super
arc
sandwich.
Toriyama got to write, right?
Yep. That was the last thing that had any. Well, technically, Daima, I think, was the last thing he had input on.
Yeah, he did.
I think there's talks that there's like one more thing out there possibly that he had an influence on, but I'm not sure how true those rumors are.
I do know Super's still continuing.
Yes,
under
they have at least one more arc in the barrel. Who knows? They might just give the reins fully over to Toyotaro, or they might just have someone else come in and like kind of ghostwrite with him. That's my thought. That's not like a confirmed thing, but they basically just have Black Frieza arc, and then it just catches back up to the end of Z, because that's when all this crap's taking place in that 10 years of peacetime that they said happened after Majin Buu, because there has not been peace. A god of destruction showed up to blow up the planet. Some dude showed up to try to switch his planet Earth that was dead with that universe's planet Earth. Then there was the whole Goku Black thing. Then there was the Universal Power Tournament that was going to blow up the universe. And now there's been then Broly showed up, then Cell Max. Granted, the stuff that happened with the introduction of Frieza Black didn't have anything to do with Earth, so that was peacetime. But now there's Black Frieza, so they really haven't had the lick of peacetime.
Yeah, that's hilarious though. 10 years of peace, and not 1 second of it is actually peace.
Yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm excited for it to come back whenever that is. It's finally all going to be new stuff, because essentially, like, the last arc that got drawn was just a retelling of Superhero with an epilogue that was new, and that was the last thing that Toriyama touched. And yeah, it's crazy because like the last page of that chapter was Piccolo like kind of waving to what looked like the audience. But it was to a character that was like on the ground, but it's like waving to the audience and then flying off. And like right after that, or like right before that, was when we had found out that Toriyama had passed. So it was like this like weird thing of like the last thing he actually contributed was like a goodbye.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah. But
gone too soon.
Gone far too soon. He was not that old.
No.
But like him passing really made me think like when does Dragon Ball like die, or like, you know,
it doesn't.
I know it's like it's just like weird because now it feels like it's just like a corpse being worn. Like
it's definitely that at this point it's
too marketable to die.
Lack of better term, they're going to beat the dead horse.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, hell, like GT felt like beating the dead horse when that was coming out.
Yeah.
And then we had the break of nothing for like 10 plus years. It was just video games coming out essentially. And then
one day
Battle
Toriyama was kind of like, hey, I kind of want to do this again.
Well, he specifically was like, man, Evolution really fucked up my stuff. I have to make something that's good to try to redeem it. And then we got Battle of Gods, and then we got the lackluster stuff after that.
Yeah.
Because, like, Battle of Gods was good. It was fun. It was long. But, like, it was a long fucking movie. But, like, Resurrection F was okay. Like, it was a fun, fighty movie, kind of, but had really no substance to it. And then it was the trash heap that was Super until, like, kind of Goku
arc.
Black, but really the Tournament of Power was the best stuff, so... Then we got two really dope movies. Broly
Yeah.
and Superhero were so good. Superhero, I think,
I
is my
like the
favorite
Broly
of the
one
two.
a lot. So
Broly's really good. Like it is just fight porn for like an hour straight, but I'm okay with that. It was really good fight porn. Like
yeah, and then it was a pretty decent, like interesting way of doing Broly for it to be canon.
yeah, no, it felt more natural bringing Broly into this like this. Um, Superhero was just an actual story from beginning to end.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was good, and it was so nice to have the spotlight on Piccolo and Gohan, and Goku and Vegeta were just background characters. They didn't even contribute to the plot. I think
That's
they
good.
only had them in there just to have them in there. But
Mhm.
that's fine. I was fine with what they did with them. It was perfect. Just having the side characters take on the main like portion of the story and shine the way they did was so good. Piccolo was amazing in this movie. So good. The best he's been in years.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
Yeah. Piccolo's one of my favorite characters. I love me Piccolo. So seeing him
Piccolo's
and
dope.
Gohan shine.
You think I would have watched this movie seeing as Gohan's like my favorite?
I know, yeah. And it's basically just a redo of Cell, but in a sense. But like they hit the greatest hits of that. But still, it's such a great movie, and it just so much love and care went into it.
Yeah, it's good though. Good.
Speaking of anime, though,
Yeah.
cool new show just dropped.
Oh, are you talking about Tower of God season 2?
No one's talking about Tower of God season 2. What I'm talking about is dun 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 dun.
Dun. Good stuff. Good
dun
stuff.
dun did come out. But yeah, no. What did like you got me on it, honestly.
Yeah, I remember just seeing like upcoming like sneak preview trailers where people just like put a mashup of a bunch of animes that were going to be coming up. That like it was like well before they were officially announced what channels and whatnot were going to have them. But yeah, I saw like the animation for the Dawn to Dawn, and I was like, I wrote it down because I was like, this looks awesome. And then you were telling me about how that it was like for some reason it wasn't on what's it called, the manga
Shonen Jump app.
Shonen Jump. Thank you. But then like
well, it was, but it was on for when I was seeing it. It was only on the web version. It wasn't on the app.
Which and then when I checked, it was on the app also.
And I was like, oh, that's cool. Mm-hmm. And then you read like the full first chapter while we were dueling one night playing Yu-Gi-Oh. and then I ended up reading it like a couple weeks later, and I just zoomed through all like 160 odd chapters in like a night and a half.
Yeah.
And was just like hooked. I was like, this is amazing.
It is awesome. I'm just pacing myself through it, but
yeah, I just absorb content. I'm a content dump.
I'm like in chapter 20 or 30, something like that. I read like 10 chapters at a time.
Enjoy it, my friend. Just enjoy the ride.
Yeah. But yeah, Dawn to Dawn. The second episode's out. I haven't seen it yet. I know you watched it.
Yeah, I just watched it an hour or two ago.
It like came out today, right?
It came out today.
Okay. Yeah, I usually watch
Thursday. Dawn to Dawn Thursdays.
I usually watch my animes on weekends.
Yeah, that's normally what I did, but I'm not waiting extra days for Dawn to Dawn. I'm gonna watch it when it comes out.
Afraid of spoilers, even though you know what's happening.
Not that well, actually, kind of. Yeah, I'm afraid of animation spoilers. Because when I'm on Twitter, people love just posting like the cool parts of the episodes on there, like right when the episode drops, basically. So like, yeah, I don't want to get spoiled seeing like something cool that I could like visually see for the first time myself.
My Twitter is just politics and tits. What's the difference?
Yeah.
I don't know.
No. But yeah, no, mine's I hate my Twitter feed. I truly hate it. Because like I just see the worst things on there imaginable. And I don't search for these things.
Nope.
And they're just like, this
there.
is for you. This is what you want. And I go, no, it's not. It's absolutely not. Please
Elon, you know
stop.
nothing about me.
No. Like, I'm constantly blocking things, like, all the time. I've also blocked Elon Musk.
Fair.
But, yeah, no, so I tried to do that. I'm definitely going to be watching Daima when it comes out. That I do not want spoiled for me whatsoever. So that's the day of. So tomorrow I'll be watching that. But like stuff like My Hero and like Reincarnated as a Slime, like those I just usually wait. I don't really mind seeing spoilers for those, even if it is animation for them, because like My Hero, while the animation is really, really cool, they also stay really close to the manga. Like they'll change a little, like they'll embellish things here and there, but like as far as like stuff goes, it's pretty 1-to-1. Because the manga looks fucking amazing by itself.
Yeah, especially like the last few like arcs.
Oh yeah,
the arc got real good. What else am I watching this season? The second season of Blue Lock started up.
Oh, nice. I haven't watched season 1 yet.
Definitely worth watching. It's an awesome like sports-ish anime, even though it's not really. Like it's about a bunch of people that are all in the same position for soccer, and they're basically just competing to become the best. And it's literally like a battle royale type of thing, except nobody dies. But
they just get kicked to death.
The weird stipulation is if you lose, you are no longer allowed to pursue your career in soccer. You give it up.
Okay, that's wild. So basically, it's career death.
Yes, it's career death. You give up on your dream, which is insane.
That's pretty crazy. Yeah.
Somebody was telling me that apparently animation is like took a huge hit, and I'm like, it looks the same to me. I guess I'm just getting old, and I can't see the difference between animation anymore.
Also heard that, but again, I don't know what the first season looked like, so I don't know what the second season
first season's
looks like.
Crazy, but it's been a bit
that's
since
what I heard.
It, so like
it feels like that happens with a lot of season 2 sometimes. Like One Punch Man got that for season 2. Like they're fucking sucked.
I'm surprised it's getting a season 3 after that. Because apparently not a lot of people watched it. I did, because I was interested more in the story. I'm more of a story person. Like, if the art isn't the best, if the story's good, I'm still going to keep watching.
If the story's good, it can definitely prop up bad art, but, like, if it looks bad, like, it, like, I don't know. I'm torn, because I'm like, if I'm watching an animated thing, I want it to look animated, and,
what about
like,
the spider?
It to be good.
Reincarnated as a spider or whatever.
That was good. I like. Well, the last episode sucked. But that's because they lost the last episode and had to completely redo it. That's
super fast. They were like major time crunch.
Yeah, that was not their fault. I can't blame them. I don't know if I don't
think that's ever coming back either.
I don't think it is either. I don't think there's enough content for it to come back.
So what I heard is there is a couple more books. The problem is the whole spider aspect in those other books is just not there. It just follows the people, which is boring as hell.
Oh yeah, no, that was the worst part of the show. I was just having fun with the Spider Girl, and that's it.
Yeah, apparently, like the Spider Girl's not in it for a long time.
Oh yeah, never mind. Then honestly, I don't want it. If that's the case, keep it.
That's what at least when Crunchyroll used to have comments is what people were saying.
Oh, interesting. Like I read some of the manga after it was done, and there was like she was in there for a little bit, but she was also in her like half human, half spider form.
Mm-hmm.
So I was kind of like, I feel like this also sort of defeats the purpose, but whatever.
True.
But yeah, I don't know the I guess like the things I'm gonna be looking out for this season of anime. So Dandadan, which I still want to talk about.
Oh yeah.
It's a big Dandadan, Dragon Ball Daima.
Those are gonna be the two biggest, I think, this season.
Absolutely. RE0 season 3 started up. That looks devastating already. I've seen a couple clips from that. I still have to watch
season 2 and the movie.
I'll be honest. So again, I don't think you have to watch the movie, but season 2 like is a struggle. It's not that it's badly animated, it's just the story is a struggle. That's another thing. You can have the best animation in the world, your story sucks, I'm not watching it.
Like
So I
Shield
do
Hero.
agree with you there. I mean, I did watch it.
That was not voting any confidence in me continuing that show after
Yeah,
season 1.
no, it's that one's crazy. It's had such a strong season 1, and then they
Dude.
just sort of went off the rails with. Yeah, I don't know what it is, man. There's just like a point in like isekais where like they lose their luster.
Mm-hmm.
Like you get too into it, and like it just sort of becomes generic at a point.
Yeah,
Like
Konosuba's the only one
Devil,
that's still avoided that so far.
yeah, because Konosuba just goes for the gags.
It's
Like
literally
they're
it's making fun of them, so it's like
yeah, it's like it's fine. Like there's no actual story to follow in Konosuba except whatever weird Seinfeld, Always Sunny in Philadelphia hijinks they get into.
yeah.
It's
That's
literally
a
the
good way
anime
to put it.
version of those shows.
It's a good way to put it, yeah.
You want to watch Always Sunny in anime form? Watch this. But yeah, RE0, like yeah, season 3 has I've seen clips from the first 2 episodes so far. Devastating.
Nice.
It looks. I have no context for what's going on. It looks devastating. Shangri-La Frontier season 2. So excited for this.
Still have to watch
Episode 1 airs in 2 days. I'm so excited. You'll get there.
I was going to do it over this like lull of a season, and then I just didn't watch like any anime.
I think once you start watching it, you're going to be very into it because it's a very fun concept.
I'm sure
it's
I will.
like yeah. Bleach 1000 Year Blood War season 3, The Conflict has started.
Is that gonna end it, or is there another one after that?
No, I think there's 2 more seasons. There's 1 or 2 more seasons. I can't remember.
Damn.
I mean, they're only doing like 12, 13 episode arcs, so like it was a decently chunky arc. Not the chunkiest. It wasn't an Eisen arc level, but it was longer than Fullbringer, longer than the first like Substitute Soul Reaper arc. So yeah, I mean, there's enough content to definitely bring it over there. I don't know where they're gonna end in this season. Depending on where they end here, there could be 1 to 2 more seasons. And then last but not least, Gundam Requiem for Vengeance.
Oh, the new Gundam. I forgot about that.
Gonna be on Netflix, 6 episodes. Boy, howdy, am I excited for whatever this thing is going to be.
Is this the live action one, or is this?
No, it's the CGI one.
Oh, okay.
It's super quick Gundam talk, really fast. Gundam is a story about war between space and Earth. The people in space feel oppressed by the people on Earth, and the people on Earth don't really give a crap.
Fair.
So they're like, you live in space, stay there. There's not enough Earth resources for you. So they're at war. And there's the good guys. Well, okay, let me rephrase this. There's the Earth Federation, which is the Earth side. Then there's the Xeon side, which is like the Spatians, Spaceoids, whatever the hell they're called. And they're what are painted out to be the bad guys. But it's like, it's war. Who's really right? I mean, I guess the people
winning
who don't
side.
Colonies. Yeah. But essentially, what this is a story about the Xeon side getting terrorized by the Gundam. It's like the Gundam is like the boogeyman in this. Like they're just at this like outpost and the Gundam will just attack and it is scary from what it looks like. It is like the perfect like Halloween Gundam right
Space
now.
robot Godzilla.
Yeah, essentially. Like they are scared. I'm so excited. And there's this old series from like the early 2000s called MS Igloo, which I affectionately call Miss Igloo, where it was basically followed this like group of Xeon soldiers that were sort of the outdated troop of the army. Like they were using like these wildly stupid mobile suit like robots that like were goofy and dumb looking. It's like half a robot and half a tank. And like the army had transitioned into using full on like Zaku, which are their like mobile suit. They're big robots. Like they're bipedal. The whole kit and caboodle. She's a big giant robot. So the army had moved on to that. So this group was doing their best to try to stay relevant and outdo the Zaku with their crappy equipment. And it was also CGI, and it was nightmare inducing to see some of these like faces, because they tried to do that like realistic face back in 2005.
Oh boy.
And like it just didn't work out well. And some of the plots were just so crazy. Like there was one suit that went too fast, and if it went too fast, it blew up. So they're out here like, use the suit, it's the best. Ah! And it blows up.
Reverse speed.
Absolutely amazing. There's a whole episode where they just use child soldiers as bait. Basically, it's insane. Like
Iron-blooded orphans is bait.
Yeah. Yeah, it's absolutely crazy. And this feels like the spiritual season 3 of that, which makes me more excited, because there was a second season that was equally as crazy. But yeah, I'm just like, Miss Igloo 3, give me it right now. I need it injected straight into my veins.
Crazy.
So I'm real excited about that. Support your local Gundam on Netflix.
Yeah, I'll have to watch that too. But yeah, you wanted to talk about Dawn of the Dawn a little bit more.
Yeah, a little bit more on Dawn of the Dawn. I just like, mostly just like, I just think it's such a fun story that like, I think it meshes the occult and like UFO stuff so well.
UFA.
That like it creates like this like perfect world in which both things, so I'm gonna say coexist, but that's not the correct word. It's like they are at odds, but like it's a world where like they meshed the story together well enough that both things can exist.
Mm-hmm.
And like really just tells the story well for it. I like all of the characters, like all of them. They're all great. There's really no character where I'm like, fuck this guy, I hate them. Like they're all just so enjoyable to watch. And the anime has, I feel like, elevated these characters and brought them to life the best they could.
Oh yeah, the animation is beautiful.
It's really good.
I'm hoping. So you watched the second episode? It's not like that other show that recently aired. I can't think of the name of it. Where the first episode went hard on the animation, and then apparently the second it just tanked.
Oh, you're talking about Uzumaki?
Yes, that's the one.
Did you hear about why the second episode tanked?
No, I didn't mean to get off on a tangent here, but yeah.
No, it's okay. Apparently, Adult Swim should not partner with Japanese studios because I guess they just didn't like give the funding for this to the studio.
Damn.
So the studio had like one of two options, which was give them the first episode and then nothing else, or just bang out the second episode and just give them a heaping pile of garbage, which is what they gave them, but it's not the animation studio's fault.
No,
like,
yeah.
Yeah, it's literally Adult Swim's fault. Because I guess Adult Swim has also struck out on the FLCL reboots that they've been doing.
I
like,
saw like a clip or something, and they're bad.
Yeah,
they're poorly animated. And I don't mean to like say that as the the studio's fault, but it's bad.
Yeah, it's I don't think they give them enough time. I don't think they give them the funding that they need. Like,
so they're like worse than Crunchyroll, who doesn't give any money to anybody either.
It's the same thing. I don't really get what these companies think they're doing, where they're like, clearly animation can be extremely successful and bring in huge audiences, but they still don't believe in it enough to like give it its time to develop.
Crunchyroll is like one of the biggest streaming services out there.
Oh yeah,
the biggest anime streaming service at this point.
I'm talking about Disney. I'm talking about HBO Max. I'm talking about every freaking studio that's just like crapping on animation, basically canceling projects left and right, not giving good projects the chance to breathe or shine or even start. Like, it's awful. They're essentially stuck to the algorithm of like, if we can't put out stupid garbage every 6 seconds, we're losing money. Which, in fact, if they just put out good content, they'd probably make money.
Yeah.
They just can't see past we need to have 45 Marvel shows come out, or we need to have like, these crappy Family Guy-esque clone shows come out.
Everybody hates Chris!
Yeah,
Continues.
we need to have nonstop dysfunctional animated adult comedy shows that are just bad.
They all. I hate American like adult animation comedy show things. They all look the fucking same.
They all look the same. Like the era of Rick and Morty style, where we had Rick and Morty. We had that alien show that was on Hulu, and that was also by Rick and
Solar
Morty.
opposites.
Solar
Yeah.
Opposites. There was the Star Trek, like the Underdeck or whatever the hell that was called.
Yeah, I didn't watch that one.
Like that.
I
That
heard it
one
was
was
decent
pretty close.
actually, though.
It's getting its final season. I just saw a trailer. So that one I'm saying it's the style of not.
Yeah, it looks the same, but maybe
it
the
looks
story's
like the
good.
same. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like there was that, and then I think there was like one or two other ones. Like there's like this current style, which is just like barely anything. There's that like Forget About It show where it's like the mafia guy goes to Canada for like
Never heard of this.
something. I forget. There's that. There's some Twitter show that's like basically written by like I don't know right wing people. Like it's basically just like them throwing the finger to like woke people. Yeah, like you said, Everybody Hates Chris show. There's some other like all like African American show that's kind of seems like it's getting pretty review bombed. It also doesn't look very good, unfortunately, because it's that same vein of all the other ones where it's like
Yeah, I don't know.
kind of just like weird adult, like it's just weird, so weird. But I don't know, man. It's the state of animation is just absolutely garbage.
Yeah, it's just because, especially like American ones, it's probably because those are cheaper to do, and they just depend on all the writing, and that's it, to convey the story and the comedy and whatnot. And because Americans don't care as much, they're just gonna watch it.
Good news, Velma is dead.
Done. I saw that. Great news. I didn't watch the first 2 seasons, and I never will. I lie. I'll probably watch it someday. But
watch it before HBO takes it off the air and it's gone forever, and then you'll just end up finding it elsewhere.
Yeah. I ain't giving HBO
on the high seas. Dun, 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 dun.
I'm looking for One Piece.
But yeah, like it's just sad because you take chances on shows. You get the Castlevania, like didn't ever in my life think Castlevania was going to make a halfway interesting TV show, and it was one of the most compelling things I've watched in a while.
Apparently, the Tomb Raider one just came out, and that one's actually good too, from what I'm hearing.
I've heard interesting things about it.
And also the Terminator one was actually pretty good, apparently too.
All right, cool. I love that people are very angry about the Lara Croft one because she doesn't look like the PS1 game Lara Croft.
They also added another girl to it. So people are probably pissed about that too because they wanted it to be less her being in the shadows of men type of thing.
And then there was another thing that came out recently, and I can't remember. There's another like thing from the past that came out. And people were mad about that too.
People get mad about everything. It don't matter.
I know. People get so mad. Like, listen, I get it. I get mad about things sometimes, but it's not because her girl character in charge. I don't care about that. I'm just like, why are they doing this thing? Like, this is objectively just not good.
I will get mad if it's just objectively bad.
Yeah, like, you watch Lara Croft show and you're like, this is ass. Like, but I hope it's good. I want things to be good. I want a thing to come out, and I want to be excited to watch it, and I want it to be good. I want all things to come out to be good. I don't want anything to be bad.
Right. And so,
like, I think that Velma show probably could have been good if it was written by
anybody else.
Well, I shouldn't say written by good people. I would say if it had a completely different direction.
Yeah.
Like, you could keep all the character designs you did. I didn't care about the race swapping or any of that. That doesn't matter to me. But, like, if you're going to make a show about Scooby-Doo characters, at least have Scooby frickin' Doo in the show.
You're going to have a show about Scooby-Doo characters? Maybe don't have her trying to have sex with her own dad.
I didn't know that was a thing in the show, but another reason not to watch it.
She does, like, a stripper thing in one of them, and her dad shows up, and then they just literally know that each other's there, and they just keep doing whatever they're doing, pretending they're not there or something like that.
Hate that exists.
Yeah. Yeah.
But and I'm also all for like raunchy adult comedies. There's nothing wrong with that. Like I'll still watch Rick and Morty when it comes out, but like we need more than just being raunchy. Like
Yeah.
there needs to be other stuff that happens in the show.
Yeah.
Like Venture Brothers had it perfect.
Dude, Venture Brothers is on Netflix now.
Nice. I do want to rewatch Venture
I
Brothers.
have to
eventually.
finish rewatching it. I forgot where I left off again, though. I think I was on
I
like
did watch
season 4 or 5.
the series finale / movie that came out. It was good. It was really good.
Yeah, I heard the animation was for it, but
I mean, I think it was fine for what it was. If we're talking about the Venture Brothers,
true.
like,
It's
first,
just another American adult animated show.
Well, I wouldn't even say it's that. I like the style of the Venture Brothers was supposed to be like a joke on like the Johnny Quest style show.
Yes.
So like
it literally is
having
it's
not
satire
good
on
animation is exactly. So it's like not it having like kind of stiffer or whatever animation like works for it in a sense. But like I'll be honest, like watching the movie, I didn't really like. It was no drawn together the movie. That was all done in Flash.
I forgot about Drawn Together till now. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
At least that was creative adult animation. Just wasn't it was different.
It was for the time it came out in. It was a show. Nowadays,
at the time, we did like it as kids.
Yeah, absolutely. It was hilarious as kids, and like,
I have a
there
feeling
are some jokes.
I wouldn't.
There are
like
some
it as
jokes.
An adult.
No, as an adult watching this, you'd be like, "Oh boy,
this did not age well."
This did not age well. There are some jokes that are pretty damn funny though. Still, that are like they're just like meta jokes or something that like just work. But the like 99.9% of that show would not survive in the current like entertainment scape.
Yeah.
And that's okay, honestly. Those jokes should be left in the past.
Some things are a product of their time, and they are just meant to stay in that time.
And that's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, fun times.
So I think I know what we talked about for this episode. It was Dragon Ball for the most of it.
So we I know what the thumbnail will be.
We didn't think of any topic, but we spent 50 minutes talking about Dragon Ball, basically.
No, we spent like half of the video talking about Dragon Ball and the other half talking about other things.
No, because we circled back to Dragon Ball, so it didn't matter.
For like a minute. We talked about Dragon Ball. We talked about Wukong. We talked about Dandadan. We talked about stuff we're going to be watching. We talked about Gundam for a bit. Then we talked about the state of the animation, like...
We didn't get to talk about Yu-Gi-Oh! Let's talk about Yu-Gi-Oh! Really quick. The new set's coming
Yu-Gi-Oh!
out. I don't really care about that much. The card game's kind of boring and dying, and everybody's leaving it. Cool.
Everybody is leaving it, and that is crazy. But did you see? They changed the prizes for championship worlds and stuff. Yeah,
finally,
it's not a Switch anymore.
Oh my god, is it anymore? Is it a Switch Lite?
No, it's a Steam Deck now.
Oh, that's actually pretty good though. That's actually pretty good. It's probably the shittiest version of it.
Probably
because there's 3 different versions. You can get the shitty LCD one, which is like last model, and then they did a revision with 2 OLED versions. One with an anti-glare coating, and the other one just a regular OLED. So Steam Deck, I highly recommend still. I highly recommend a Steam Deck to people. And do so much. So good. Watch the episode where we talk about it.
This episode thumbnail is going to be Goku playing the Steam Deck while Dandadan is on TV, and there's going to be a
chilling in the background.
Wukong. Oh, so it's going to be the home screen. It'll be Wukong is one of the game tiles, and then Dandadan is what's in the background. And I'm really digging myself a hole with this one.
Yeah, because it's not gonna look like this at all.
No, it'll be you and me going, and then it'll be like Goku doing something, and that'll be the thing.
Yep.
And then there's gonna be a Yu-Gi-Oh deck on the TV stand.
That you just literally built a new deck of. Like,
and then and then what else did we talk about? And then there'll be a Gundam model kit to represent the little bit of Gundam that we talked about, and yeah.
cool. Throw a soccer ball in there too for Blue. Why not?
Yeah, and then there will be an animator on fire in the background.
Yeah, there we go. That'll sum up the industry.
Yeah.
Make sure he's in a dumpster on fire, like Oscar the Grouch. But
yeah, exactly.
Man, oh man.
That
Well,
was a solid episode.
Yeah.
Did Nell tell you what any of my pulls were from the Yu-Gi-Oh set that just came out?
No.
I pulled the Molkarmi card.
Nice.
The other one. So now I have both of them.
Nice.
I pulled the secret rare that he wanted for the Fire King deck.
Nice.
I pulled I pulled two other expensive cards. I did pull the Blue Eyes card.
Mm-hmm. Did you pull the quarter century of it?
No.
Oh.
No, I didn't pull the quarter century. I didn't pull any quarter centuries in this. I almost got everything I needed for my decks. I'm just short 6 cards, basically. But they're not expensive ones. So
that's not bad.
Yeah.
Did the Blue Eyes go up or down?
You know what? Let's do a live check real quick.
Cool. While he's checking, this episode is brought to you by me because I'm recording it, and yeah. We're
this episode is brought to you by you because I'm fucking making it.
Why do we save the good jokes for the end where nobody's watching anymore?
I know, retention died after Sparking talk.
Our retention died when I said, "Hey Zach." Sean in the past. Oh damn.
Facts.
But
okay, let's see here. So Farkin card was 15. Blue Eyes is $10 right now. So it has gone down. Cool. But we're still in pre-sale.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna be buying one anyway. I don't really think I need more than one.
No, I think it's a once per duel effect anyways.
The summon part of it, yeah.
Okay.
I think it has 2 effects. I can't remember the other one is off the top of my head. Oh, it's you can search the card, that other card.
Control of this card cannot switch. You can discard this card, add 1 Millennium Ankh from your deck to your hand. You can only use this effect of it once per turn. This card is in your graveyard, and you have successfully activated Millennium Ankh this duel, and your opponent normal or special summoned a monster that is level 8 or higher, or has 3 houses or more attack. You can send that monster to the graveyard, and if you do, special summon this card. That's a crazy effect.
It's a crazy effect. That's why it's a once per duel effect. Why don't the rest of the Blue Eyes cards have a once per duel effect though? Because all the new ones that are coming out are fucking broken.
Broken as hell. And Blue Eyes White Destiny is what they're calling this structure deck, which is a wild thing to call something the White Destiny. Also, the Blue Eyes card that I have is a misprint. It does not have the secret rare like shiny crap on the back of it.
Oh,
I guess this set printed with a lot of misprints for rarities.
That could be worth something.
Maybe. But the Red Eyes Black Metal Full Metal Dragon that I need is like
Full Metal Alchemist Dragon.
2 of those. Yes. I need 2 of those. Let's see here. What else do I need 2 of while we're chatting? Big Jaws. Servicing Big Jaws is $1. I need 2 more of those. And then there is another Metal Morph card. Red Eyes deck's going to be real fun now.
Nice. Yeah, it's going to get sped up a bit, right? Because of all that.
Yeah, with all the Metal Morph stuff, I'm hoping it goes a lot better. And then, oh wow, it's the cheapest of all of the cards. Oh wow, it's 21 cents right now. I need 2 of those. Beautiful. I need like nothing. Anyways, that's Yu-Gi-Oh! Hour. Really excited for the Bonanza thing that comes out in November.
We got to start playing different card games.
I am not investing a single cent into another card game. I die with Yu-Gi-Oh!
No. I'll get you either into Lorcana or Magic. We'll get one.
I'm not getting into Lorcana. I do not want those freaking Disney cards anywhere near me.
You want Pokemon?
I don't want Pokemon because it's just the same cards over and over again, just looking different.
That's fine.
I just like collecting the ones that look cool.
Fair.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't think there's another card game I would want to get into. I wouldn't want to get into the Dragon Ball card game.
One Piece.
I'm never getting into One Piece. I am never. Just on principle alone, it's more expensive than Yu-Gi-Oh.
It is. It's insane.
Like and honestly, I'm never going to play a card game that uses snippets from the anime as art for the card. I'm not. That's
I
the
know.
cheapest thing you can do. The laziest, grossest, bankrupt thing you can do is have a legitimate card game have the shittiest screenshots from the show as a card. Never will you catch me fucking playing one of those games. I hate it. And the chase cards are too expensive.
They are. And I mean, they do look cool as hell.
And that's coming from a Yu-Gi-Oh player. The chase cards are too expensive.
But yeah,
they
no,
do
they're
look
insane.
cool as fuck.
Yeah, it's insane. I have a coworker who's really into the One Piece one. Just collecting them. He doesn't play. But
if they were all just manga styled cards or just like cool art or whatever, I would maybe play it, like, or at least have buy some. But no, I open up a card and it's Sanji from the Fishman Island arc, and it's just a crappy screenshot of it. I'm throwing him away. That's Kingdom Hearts level card game. Like,
what, you don't want to get Princess Jasmine and then Princess
I don't want to get Princess Jasmine and get Princess Jasmine and get Princess Jasmine. Watch the Kingdom Hearts episode.
Yeah. But all right, I think
we've done enough. We talked far longer than I thought we were going to.
We are, I think, good. So we can just bullshit whenever we want, and we'll be fine.
Yeah. We can do it.
Yeah. If you're still here and listening, thank you.
Thank you.
Go listen to some of the other episodes if you haven't yet already.
We got some real bangers out there. I mean, go give some more love to the Nickelodeon and the Cartoon Network ranked tier ones. Those were fun.
Yeah, they're really fun. We have some wild takes on things. Guarantee you none of the other YouTubers that do those will have those types of takes.
Oh, we should do a 90s anime, like 90s, early 2000s anime tier list.
Ooh.
Or like Adult Swim, Toonami like tier list.
Okay, so like half of it's going in S tier, but sure.
Yeah. Well, no, we have to be objective. We can't just put everything in S. We have to be objective.
Yeah, that's fair. We could do that. I'm sure we can find one. That's already made.
Oh, that's good. Good job, Brain. You're
remember
welcome.
It. You might want to write it down or something. So we.
I'm writing it down on a sticky note right now.
But yeah, with that, we will. We'll see y'all next week.
See you on the flip side.
Bye.
Bye.